I am Lady Charmaine, and my guests today are three anointed women who are called to worship the Lord and dance. They have ministered on stage like the Gospel Heritage Praise and Worship Conference and on television shows like the Dr. Bobby Jones Gospel Show on BET. And they're here today to talk about their performance on the BET Celebration of Gospel, airing Sunday, April 7th. Help me welcome to the show Venetia James Harrington, Melinda McLean, and Wanell Thomas from the liturgical dance group ASCENSION. Hey, welcome, ladies.
Hey. Hi.
Well, it's good to have you ladies on the show on today.
It's an honor.
Go on.
Yes, glad to have us.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here. First of all, a lot of people may know you guys and recognize you from Sunday mornings as they're getting dressed for church, from being on the Dr. Bobby Jones Gospel Show, just really ministering behind so many great performers. First, I want to know, how did you guys even land that position on the Dr. Bobby Jones Show?
Hi, this is Melinda from Ascension. It was actually a few years ago. We had attended his Bobby Jones New Artist Retreat, and they were doing actually a gospel industry retreat there, and we entered into the showcase, and we actually presented one of our signature pieces that we still have to this day, which is Set the Atmosphere by Kurt Carr. And Kurt Carr was actually in the audience at the time, as well as Byron Cage, who was hosting the New Artist Showcase alongside Dr. Bobby Jones. And it was at that moment after we presented that piece where he said, I have to have the world see this. And literally from there, a few months later, we were making our first appearance that summer on the taping of the Dr. Bobby Jones show. And from which we've been told, we were the first praise dance ministry to feature alone on that show, where we actually presented Set the Atmosphere and then did a few other pieces with Dr. Jones and the Nashville Super Choir. And so that was almost 4 years ago, and literally since then, we've been regulars on the show, and it's just been an absolute humbling, fantastic experience we've had, and just so honored that God chose us to represent him in this really unique artistic way.
I think it's really beautiful. Like you said, set the atmosphere, and God was setting the atmosphere for all of you. Because like you said, now 4 years. And on this Sunday, you're going to be also ministering on the BET Celebration of Gospel. Tell us about your performance.
Hi, this is Melinda again. It was, again, just another wonderful experience to reunite with Pastor Shirley Caesar, where we danced alongside of her, which is just always such an honor to be in her presence and to always collaborate with her. We did also collaboration with Kiki Sheard, and we also did a really unique presentation behind the voice of Viola Davis. Some of you may recognize her voice, who was one of the supporting actresses of the movie Help. And so it was just so amazing to be on the stage of the Orpheum and to be just be representing the Lord through dance among so many gospel greats. And, you know, for so many years, it's been a dream of ours to get to the celebration of gospel, not only just to be there and to experience it as an audience member that we see it on TV, but just so humbling to actually be on stage. It's just an unforgettable experience that we just that I know we'll treasure deep in our hearts for a long time.
Amen. Now, Venetia, I want to ask you a question. How did the group form? How did Ascension come together? And then later we're going to talk about your style of dance, which you call theography. I want to talk about that as well. But first, tell us about the history of your group.
Well, basically, Wanell, myself, and Melinda began at Sac State University, where we all learned different genres of dance under the tutelage of Dr. Linda Goodrich. We were all not necessarily going to church regularly, but we were all Christians. We just discovered God in a different way after we left Sac State. We went on our own journeys to find God, and then he called us to use dance as a catalyst to spread the gospel. And so first it began with myself and Wanell. We went to the Gospel Heritage Conference, where we entered a showcase, and we won. And then we asked Melinda to join us, and then we went from there to the Christian Music Awards, and we won $10,000 there. Then we went from there to Canada, and we entered another showcase at a worship conference, and we won first place there. And that was the beginning of us saying, you know what, we want to honor God on these platforms. We want to represent God in a unique way and be able to be used nationally and internationally to basically spread the gospel. And so God gave me the vision called theography, which is theo is God, choreography meaning movement, together mean the study of God and dance. And it is basically a dance discipline made up of three components: theology, the study of God, which is the first component. The second component would be apologetics, the defense of the gospel, knowing what you believe and why. And then the third component, which is the last, which is the dance performed and the function of it. It's eclectic because we fuse many different styles of dance together. That way we're able to basically have a wide vocabulary of dance. We can fuse it together. We can choreograph in African. We can choreograph in contemporary, modern jazz, etc. Or we can, we can go anywhere at any time and just basically represent God through dance at a professional level. And when we say professional, what we mean is basically that we are just trained. We're studied dancers. And what makes the difference between the theography dancer and the praise dancer is just that, is that the theography dancer understands what they believe and why, can articulate that, and can also is also trained in the dance and is also constantly studying so that they can be effective ministers by God, wherever, whenever, however, boldly representing God at all times.
That is awesome. I mean, you explain that so well. So do you teach classes? Are you going to form a dance company where people can actually come and learn theography?
We're constantly doing workshops locally as well as nationally. We've just started to minister internationally, which I believe Linnell will be able to explain more in depth about that. But we typically will give that information on our website, on the Gospel Vine, or any media, local media that we can take advantage of. We always will alert the public of our whereabouts and our ministerial opportunities and those type of things. So, Linnell, do you want to continue on what's next and how we do what we do?
Sure. Just to reiterate or elaborate about the workshops and master classes that we provide, we offer a unique class to individuals in praise dance ministries that want to learn the theography discipline so that they can enhance their ministry and become effective ministers. But in terms of our calendar of events and how Ascension is just being blessed with all the opportunities that God is offering us, we just got back from Italy in December, and we were traveling with Dr. Bobby Jones and the National Super Choir, and we got a second invitation to travel to Perugia, Italy, and we'll be traveling there July 5th through the 11th. We'll be attending the Umbria Jazz Festival, where 40,000 people will be in attendance. And then from there, Dr. Bobby Jones has invited us again to be part of the 2004 season of the taping of Bobby Jones, so we're elated about that. And we just recently received an invitation to travel to Toronto, Canada, and we'll be also attending the Jimbada Festival, which will be August 5th, and there will be about 20,000 people in attendance. So God is just so amazing, and it just continues to open doors for us on a national and international platform, and we're just so grateful. We also have ongoing fundraising campaign where we sell African-American products that feature Ascension. And we sell these products at our ministry events. We also have an ongoing fundraising campaign where people can make a simple donation, just a tax write-off to still provide us support. So when we're traveling or we need new garments and so forth. And so any donation of any amount is appreciated. And then so we just ask that you log onto our website at ASCENSION-PDM. That stands for Praise Dance Ministry. And you can add your email address so that you can receive updates about Ascension and our calendar of events, any future workshop or master classes that we're offering. We also travel to churches. So if a church is interested in enhancing their dance ministry, we will offer a 2 to 3 day workshop.
Wow, that is awesome. And so they can just go to your website. Is it Ascension? You said AscensionDance.com?
Ascension and then dash PDM. That's P for praise, D for dance, M for ministry.com. They also can find information about Ascension on our Facebook page, so that we also request that you just go ahead and add us as your friend.
And what is the address to your Facebook page?
I'm sorry?
What is the address to your Facebook page?
Melinda, do you have that information?
Yes, it's just www.facebook.com/Ascension Dance.
Ascension Dance. Wonderful. Well, ladies, I want to just say thank you so much for coming on the show. And we want to remind everyone to make sure you watch the BET Celebration of Gospel airing this Sunday on BET, and you'll be able to see the wonderful dance ministry of Ascension Dance Company. Ladies, again, thank you so much. We look forward to having you back on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You are so welcome.
God bless.
God bless you too.